I pulled in $37,225.79 from one hoodie with only 400 followers on Instagram in our first 3 months. This isn't a flex, but it is a giant middle finger to all of the marketing gurus who swore it was all about going viral. I did it my way, and it worked. You see, most YouTubers out here are too busy polishing their ring lights and regurgitating the same cookie cutter advice. I'm here to rip the curtain off and show you exactly how I made real money with a tiny ass audience, a dumb idea that never should have worked, and no blueprint but my own. So how the hell did you do it, Rob? I'm breaking it all down. No fluff, no filters, just the exact moves I made to turn a hoodie into $37,000. We're talking real numbers, real strategy, and all the messy shit in between that no one else wants to admit. If you're starting up a brand or any kind of business, this is the video I wish I had on day one. Let's get into it. All right, before we dive into the numbers, the ads, let me give you some quick context. The product is called the Therapy Wear Relief Hoodie. I'm actually wearing it right now, and no, I'm not trying to sell you it in this video. You couldn't even buy it if you wanted to. It's completely sold out, and this video is purely just for brand owners looking to learn. It's a hoodie that I invented that has infrared heat in the neck, back, and shoulders for pain relief. We just launched in November 2024, and this is our first attempt ever at selling it. Chapter 1, committing to a niche. When we started this brand, we had the idea of who it was for, but we really didn't know who it was for. Was it for pain relief, for stress relief, to stay warm in cold weather conditions? Mental health, we were basically throwing darts in the dark, seeing what would stick, testing different angles, and we made a ton of mistakes. But what we realized really quickly was that when you try to appeal to everyone, you end up watering everything down and appealing to no one. And this was the key for us, was committing to a specific audience. That changed everything. I want to prove this to you by showing you the different ads that we were running when we first started versus the ads that we're running when we started crushing it. And just feel the difference in the ads that are just sort of going after all these different little market segments like mental health, physical pain relief, cold weather conditions, versus the ads that were just specifically for pain relief. So this ad that you're watching right now is one of the first ones that we ran for our brand. And you can tell it's just way too broad. We're going after people for pain relief, but then also people with stress relief and traveling and staying warm in cold weather. And we were just trying to hit all of our market segments all at once inside of one ad. And when we did this, it really watered down the perception of the product and how it looked, and it wasn't as effective. An ad like this might get us a 1.8 or a 1.3 return on ad spend. We're getting some sales, but it's not really doing well enough for us. Versus running an ad like this, where it's a full 30-second ad that's just purely dedicated to the purpose of the product. There's no fluff. There's no extra ideas of what this could be used for. It's just, if you have neck, back, and shoulder pain, this hoodie's for you. Here's why, this is what we built it for, and just committing to that fully. It was when we let go of all of these different market segments and all these different extraneous reasons why people might buy our product, and we just committed to the reason I made the product in the first place, which was to fix people's pain in their neck, back, and shoulders. And we committed to that. We can always expand later, but when we committed to it, that is when everything started clicking and working for us. And this pivot led to a return on ad spend of 3x, 4x, and up to 9x return on ad spend. Now, before we get into chapters 2, 3, and 4 that go way deeper into strategy, Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at design.com. If you struggle with designs for your brand, this is perfect for you. Go to design.com/apparel success. Type in whatever your sick ideas for your design, hit generate. Thousands of logos are going to come up. You can edit them and refine them as long as you want for free until it's perfect. I've used this dozens of times to make logos within my own businesses. If you're interested, head over to design.com/apparel success and you'll get up to 88% off at checkout. Chapter 2, full effort ads. This is a lesson that took me a long time to understand, but for this ad that was absolutely crushing for us, I spent hours designing this one ad for our brand, like hours, literally sitting at my computer for like 4 to 5 hours working on one ad. I was using copyright-free videos from iStock, bringing them into Premiere, working them, using different effects and overlays, re-editing it, adding voiceovers, changing the voiceovers, writing the script, changing the script, thinking it through so fully so that it connects with my audience as best as I possibly can and it looks as credible as I possibly can. This is crazy, but the finished product had a full funnel worked into a 30-second video ad. It started assuming that people had never heard about our product before. We acknowledged their neck, back, and shoulder pain. Then we presented our product as a solution to their pain. And then we worked into the offer, like our free shipping in North America and our risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. And I worked this all out in a script that I wrote for hours and really sorted this out. The point here is that most brands don't put enough effort into their ads. They just throw something up there and they don't respect the people that they're trying to sell to enough and understand that the people that they're trying to sell to are going to judge them critically, and they're going to need to see a certain level of credibility, a certain level of relatability, and it's just got to be presented in an amazing way. And for my brand Therapy Wear, the product that we're selling is $199 USD, so they really need to buy in and see the importance of it and see the value of it, see that we're credible and feel like it's really cool and like it's really going to work for them. For a normal brand, like say my other lifestyle brand K-Bud, we can throw up some cool, funny ads that are just relating with people's humor in rural Canada, and we'll likely get a much easier result. But for both brands, it doesn't matter if you're a lifestyle brand or you're doing something crazy like what I'm doing, you need to put full effort into your ads. And this bleeds perfectly into how you also need to have a really good website that's going to convert people. And you need to have really good presentation of your products. And you just need to give people more respect that are coming across your brand so that they can truly see the value that your products has, and you're not just assuming that they're going to buy from you and that you're just going to make money super easily and not give to people a fair transaction. Chapter 3, simplicity. It worked with ads. For this brand Therapy Wear, it worked with ads. And I realized that the title of this video might be a little misleading. I made $37,000. What I mean is I generated $37,000 for this hoodie. We spent $10,000 on ads, but it still worked. We still were profitable and it still works as a company. So I'm being clear with you here. You don't need to overcomplicate the marketing process. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple in the sense that it doesn't need to be overcomplicated. If you have a great ad and you have a great product and it's going after a target market and it's connected to your target market and your website's connected with that target market, it can all work for you relatively simply, but it's not easy getting all of that alignment right. It's not easy getting your creative right and getting your website set up perfectly. I want to debunk this myth that everything needs to be hard and stressful. It's only hard to make sales when you lack credibility and when there's not a good website and when your whole brand is out of sync. That's when everything's going to feel very difficult to make a sale and you just can't seem to make it work. But it should be effortless. The feeling of it working is where everything is effortless. Your website's in alignment, your ads are in alignment, you've got a great product and you're going after the right target audience. Things should flow naturally and they should flow easily within your brand. Chapter 4, marketing from first principles. I run ads for my brand Therapy Wear because that's what makes sense for my brand Therapy Wear. Content, just making content all day on people with neck pain, and we have this hoodie for neck pain and that's what we were doing, just doesn't really work for our brand as well as content marketing does for my other brand K-Bud, where it's more built on the patriotism for Canada and the humor in Canada, and I can make all these funny random videos that are just like connecting with our target audience on an emotional level. Marketing from first principles means that you're developing your marketing strategy out of only thinking about your target audience rather than copying other brands and seeing what they're doing. Every single brand is going to be completely different because every brand has a completely different target audience. I made this ad that's crushing and working for our brand out of first principles. I didn't look to other brands to see what they were doing. I thought specifically about, okay, my product, who did I make it for? What would they connect with? What are they going through right now? How can I get in front of them in a way that's really going to resonate? What could I do that would hook their attention for somebody in pain right now? How can I communicate my product clearly to those people in the most fast, easy way? Whereas with my other brand, I'm like, how can I be as ridiculous and degenerate and just get people's attention through absolute hilarity? Like, what can I do that's just so ridiculous and so funny that will connect with people in rural Canada and put that on a hoodie or turn that into an ad? So it's a completely different audience, which means that I have to market in a very different way. For your brand, what's going to work best for you when it comes to marketing is looking at your own audience and resonating with them. just take a step back and think, how can I connect with my audience? What would I want to see if I was a part of that audience? And how could I create an ad that's going to connect with them? Use your own intuition here. Don't just look to other brands to come up with your ideas and come up with your marketing strategies. You're going to do a much better job than that because you know your audience, you have your own sense of creativity, and you're going to connect with them so much better when you just get out of this, like, I have to do this type mentality. I hope that this video helps you market your brand 10 times better. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you want to work with me and a community of other clothing brand owners, check out apparelsuccessmastermind.com. I'll see you in the next one.